Darius Garland. What can I say about the brother? 41, 6, 5 steals. Mind you, he had 41 points, 6 assists, 5 steals. Like a hell of a stat line for a point guard, obviously. Sometimes this Cavs team like refuses to let this just like be uneventful, right? Like this game was heading towards a real uneventful territory. It looked like the Cavs were up by like 12 points. We're about to just cruise into the fourth quarter, out the fourth quarter into the first win in 5 tries. And then, oh my goodness, dog, all of the stuff that happened in a 5-game losing streak popped up in this game, and it had to feel like this stuff has been happening all year too. They've gotten away with it against like the Celtics in overtime, but this stuff has happened all year, even during the win streak, and they got to figure out, why are they so sloppy with the ball? Why do they turn the ball over so much, specifically in these final minute periods of the fourth quarter? And also, why are we so bad at inbounding the ball? Like, it takes us forever to get the ball inbounded in these pressure situations, which sometimes leads to more turnovers, like it did with the Jared Allen play, which should have been a foul. Well, no doubt when the 2-minute report comes out, it's going to be called a foul. But still, Jared Allen shouldn't be the guy getting the ball 8 seconds, almost 6 or 3 seconds in to an inbounds pass. Like he should, if you give it to him, it should be immediately. So some of this stuff, man, it's just funky down the stretch, and it needs to be adjusted. I don't know whose job that is. If that's Luke Walton, if that's JB, somebody got to make some fixes there. It doesn't look right. This Cavs team played a very good game defensively until the end, I would say. Right? I think they played really well defensively, and then the fourth quarter happened, and specifically the last 10 minutes of the fourth quarter happened, and then all hell broke loose. But they held the Charlotte Hornets, 14 points in the first quarter. Then they got 32 in the second, came back a little bit, but Cavs still at the lead, 24 in the third. Both teams scored 24 in the third. And then the Cavs got outscored 35-23, and that's how the game ended up tied. And let's not forget, they almost fumbled overtime. Well, they didn't almost fumble. They almost just got straight beaten overtime if it wasn't for a very, very clutch Darius Garland performance where he just was smacking threes and making all these clutch shots. So hats off to him and Evan Mobley. And I think the scorecard for the Cavs gives you everything that you should be excited about and everything that should worry you about this Cavs team, all in one. I'm going to read it off. Evan Mobley, 21 and 18 today. 21 and 18, did some incredible stuff. Flash, man, I say this every day. When Evan Mobley gets stronger, he's going to be a problem. Once Evan Mobley gets comfortable enough in his fundamentals to be comfortable with the basketball in his hands, which it looks like it's on its way, he could be one of the best players in the league. Straight up. Defensively, offensively, I think he could have it all. 21 points today, 18 rebounds. Jared Allen, 20 points today, 12 rebounds. Solid, that's a good Jared Allen day. That's what Jared Allen does. Darius Garland, what can I say about the brother? 41, 6, 5 steals. Mind you, he had 41 points, 6 assists, 5 steals. Like a hell of a stat line for a point guard, obviously. 16 of 26 from the floor, 3 of 8 from 3, so not his best day from 3-point, but still, he gave you 41 in 6 and 5. Pretty good night for Darius Garland. Donovan Mitchell, 34, 6 and 4, so 6 assists and 4 rebounds. He went 2 of 8 from 3. So again, the Cavs just overall just didn't have a great shooting night. 11 to 22. So it was a pretty average Donovan Mitchell game, which is 34 points. Remember when we were getting excited about 30-point games from Donovan Mitchell? He can get that on a bad night now. Like, cool. So you hear those first four and you're like, man, let's go. Lamar Stevens, I felt like he actually played some good minutes at the 3 spot today. I think he should play more minutes. Got into foul trouble. How many fouls did he get today? I believe he almost fouled out. He had like at least 4. Anyways, he got into foul trouble early. That's going to mess up his plus minus or whatever. Had 3 points. Wasn't an offensive threat at all. But defensively, he was effective. And he makes enough 3-pointers to where he does get guarded, right? Nobody was shooting well. And then Kevin Love, 6 points, 7 rebounds. Jetty Osman put up nothing in 7 minutes, like 1 rebound, 1 assist for Jetty. Isaac Okoro, 3 points. He made a 3 today. Turned the ball over once and got a rebound. Karis LeVert gave you 4 points today. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 3-pointer. 4 points. Karis LeVert. Again, man, he's just inconsistent. And that's the problem. That is the big problem. 1, Lamar Stevens can defend that 3 adequately. He cannot play the 3 offensively well. We'll see what happens if he gets more starts, but the defensively playing that is an issue because if we flip to the other side, P.J. Washington went off for 28 points, power forward for the Charlotte Hornets. Terry Rozier went off for 28 points, and Kelly Oubre went off for 34. Kelly Oubre went off for 34. And look, no disrespect to Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre is a good player, but should Kelly Oubre be scoring 34 points against you? Should Kelly Oubre be so unstoppable that you have to have him get foul out to stop him? It really shouldn't be like that with Kelly Oubre. Again, he's a good player, but he looked like Klay Thompson in 2016 today. Gordon Hayward had 13 points. I think Gordon Hayward's just done at this point. But yeah, I mean, that tells you everything to love and everything to worry about. They don't have a 3 that they can put out there. And even if they do find a 3, they got to find some kind of better mix with this second unit to get more consistent bench scoring. Because what we're seeing is, hey, man, either Darius and Donovan have to have great nights, or we might not get any scoring from anywhere else because Jetty is super inconsistent. Kevin, he's not super inconsistent, but he is fairly inconsistent. And then Karis LeVert is fairly inconsistent as well. And you see where you can run into problems where those are your 3 guys coming off the bench that you're really having to help produce. So some nights you're going to get a bunch of points. You might get 30 bench points, 40 bench points, something like that. And then some nights you get what the Cavs had, 13 bench points today. You know what I mean? You got to find a way to regulate that. Now, I think one of the things that's going to regulate that is Ricky Rubio coming back, but you got to find something now. If you got to bring somebody up from the G League you feel like can score points, you got to figure out something, right? We got to figure out. They got to get another point guard in that rotation. That's what I think the problem is. You don't have another point guard in that rotation, so how Kevin Love and the offense can go through Kevin Love is limited to only Kevin Love being at the top of the key. So now you're running into issues there. You need another point guard in this rotation. If you don't want it to be Neto, maybe look at bringing up the dude in the G League, just scored 40 points. I blank on his name, but let me know in the comment section. You need another point guard. You really do need another point guard until Ricky comes back, because it's really affecting this second unit. I like what they did with some of these rotations, having Karis out there with the second unit. I think that's going to pay off in time. I also think Karis needs a point guard, right? I think Jetty needs a point guard. I think these guys, Kevin Love especially, needs a point guard out there in order to produce, and I think you would do them a lot better if you had that out there. Now, that being said, the Cavs did win this game, and they needed to win this game. They get to 9-6, and that's all good and all. And they play what's their next game that they play? Let's look it up. All right, in their next schedule, they play Miami on Sunday. It's going to be a tough game. Jimmy Butler, I mean, this team has problems guarding the three. We'll see what happens with Jimmy Butler, right? We're going to need Lamar Stevens to step up defensively. Atlanta, you talk about the issues this team has had defending three-point shooters. I mean, Trae Young coming to town. DeAndre Hunter is a good 3-and-D wing. And, you know, they have DeJounte Murray as well. Portland might be something you could cover. And then you play Milwaukee, Giannis, who we dealt with earlier. So it's going to be an interesting stretch. They have some problems they need to fix, most certainly. This team, I think, is about 90% ready to make a serious run. They need to fix a couple of things, though. One of those things, Ricky coming back from injury probably solves, but you also need another wing. And then once you get that other wing player who can shoot consistently, defend consistently, not an easy thing to find. But, you know, maybe you can get a Robert Covington or somebody like that, right? Like, just find somebody that can cover, shoot, and defend with some length, because they need length on that perimeter badly, consistently. Because as much as I love Lamar Stevens, he can't be out there for 30 minutes a game. He's really a 12-minute-a-game player. So they got to figure out some things. It's good they got the win. Got to continue. Don't want to go under 500 here. They're at 9-6. So that's what's up with the Cavs. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Y'all have a great day. Have a good night.